Hello, I'm Dr. Shoshana Garfield, and from today's video you're going to learn what to do when disaster strikes, and I mean really strikes hard and your whole life collapses out from under you. I'm going to teach you how you can get started, find your ground again, and start rebuilding your life and moving on. Sometimes things happen in our lives, and it feels like a real blow, the kind of blow that if it were physical would bring you to your knees. Kind of news that just tears your life apart. It could be about health, yours or a beloved's, something to do with your relationship, a job, anything. And the fallout from it just changes everything. And from that moment on, nothing is ever the same again. Those are really hard times. Really hard times. And there are a few things I wanted to share with you about times like that. I've had them myself when my son died. And I remember when I woke up, he had died during the night when I was pregnant with him. And I kept on telling myself, everything's okay. I just missed when he was kicking. I've just been too busy. Yep, that's right. Of course not. But the thing is, and that's the first thing I want to talk to you about, is shock. When these things happen, like, there's a shock wave. Just like with a real bomb, the force, the pressure of that shock wave just empties of sound. There's this kind of horrific preternatural silence. That's shock. That's shock. And it's just like, oh my God, is this really happening? Is this real? I can't believe this. And getting through that. So we're allowing yourself that time just to be shocked, to be incapacitated and overwhelmed. Just allow yourself that space. And it moves on, of course, because one of the things that happens when we have life kind of get on top of us like that, as it were, we want to do something. Like, da-da-da, call to action, march forward, do something to make it different. Part of that is, of course, logical. Like, yes, there are things to do in order to cope and deal with what's been happening. But because the shock is so vast and so huge, keep breathing. Let yourself know you don't need to make any massive decisions yet. Just be with yourself. Be more soft and calm with it. The decisions will come, and when your head is clear, it'll be more clear what's the right thing for you. Another thing about it is that that call to action is a cover for the powerlessness and the hopelessness. It's a way of trying to counteract the victimhood. But the thing is, you can let go of all that. And this is the next point I wanted to talk to you about. All is well. All is really well. In the midst of that life blowing apart, of everything being so horrifically, unwantedly different than it was just a few moments before the news hit, like that bomb, all is still well. And to be able to hold that together, all is well. Because your happiness and your well-being is not dependent on anything that happens. That includes disasters. And even though, in our understandably and compassionately human experience, we can get overwhelmed by what life can chuck at us sometimes, to really rest in knowing to the deep center core of you that all is also well, and you can hold them both together. What that does for you is allow you immense resources to move through the shock as quickly as possible, to be able to clear your head and start making decisions that are right for you at the moment, and of course, to allow you the wonderful miracle of the experience of your well-being in the midst of it all. And so, with very, very best wishes for your experience of your well-being and your joy and your happiness. Bye for now.